Hello, hello, hello. Let's turn the music down a bit. So, sometimes you just have to do a short-term improvised little stream. And this today is one of those times because the Kickstarter has just gone live this afternoon at, I think it was 2 o'clock, for the new edition of Coriolis, or for the new setting, if you like. Now, I have not actually looked a lot. I watched one video from Reluctant Artsy. Hey, Douglas. Who's basically done the same, but I think I might just want to add my own little spin to that. But do check out his video, 28 minutes of him exploring this page, pretty much the same as I'm going to do, but I'm going to talk differently, and I don't have a nice Canadian accent like he does. So, what's this all about? Well, Coriolis has been in the second edition for a while. I've got all this stuff up here. Really enjoyed the setting, really enjoyed the game, and it is a great Year Zero game from Free League. And I was actually really chuffed, or really pleased, that means, that they were announcing that they were going to rework some of it, because the rule system is a bit older and it's got some clunky bits. And also because of the setting, because you may know, you may not have been following this, I don't know, but the Coriolis started off as a game with Jan Ringen, and at the time, Costa and Niels, who are now authoring this bit here, were basically big fans, and they created the setting for it, which was called Djachroum and the Rimward Reach. And I was so smitten by that, so pleased with that when I came across it. Even though it was for the first edition, I basically went ahead and translated it with the permission from Free League. I have to hasten to add. Niels and Costa were very, very good about it. And you can actually get it from drive-thru for free. So if you're wanting to get a little look into their minds, what they were thinking at the time, all those years ago, this is a really good, I think, a really good way of doing it. I also translated 2 of the adventures that sort of go with the setting. One is Station 18, which became the Quickstarter, Dark Flowers. And there's also another one, which confusingly is called Light Flower Dark Leaf, but is actually entirely different to Dark Flowers. So all of those are pay what you want on drive-thru. Feel free to have a look. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking about it, this Kickstarter now. So really pleased to see that it's come out. What have we got? We've got, you can check it out yourself, so I'm not going to read it all out. But the graphic style I really like. We can see already here from this picture that a firebird, a mystical bird or something like that is going to play a big role. And Mohammed, cheers Mohammed, you told me at some time that the Algorab, which is the name of the campaign that's going to come out, the Flower of the Algorab, that actually means bird. So the bird is going to have a central meaning to this whole thing. And flowers, oh, who have we got? I got a notification. Subscriber, thank you for following, A.W. Doherty. Nice to see you. And flowers also always seem to play a big role for these guys. Yeah, if you look at Free League and at the Lily up here, yeah, that all comes from Matthias Lilia, who was also a member of the team at the time. So, what have we got? We've got as you can see, I went for the deluxe bundle. What else? So I went for the deluxe bundle, but you can back it as digital edition only, digital combo. You can read it yourself. We've got this collector's edition, which looks quite pretty. I've got here the One Ring collector's edition, which is really pretty. Actually got 2. Yeah, I ended up buying 2. Don't know why. So if anybody wants to buy, let me know. And so I have to go for that one, clearly. But the other one looks pretty as well. You get the standard combo, which is the rulebook and a campaign. This campaign is supposedly a good length campaign, self-contained within it. So it's not going to be part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, just completely relying on it, but you're uncovering the mysteries of this new Lost Horizon bit by bit. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's have a look here. You can see that there's a nice intro scent. Just to humor you guys, I'm going to read this out. I'm not going to read out everything. So, the portals are dead. Ship City is dying. Ship City is where basically the new settlers came into this place, the refugees from the Third Horizon. You are explorers of a dangerous world. You'll do the work few others will. The enigmatic ruins of the Great Dark is shunned by most. Are shunned by most, it should be. But not by you. You seek them out to delve into their shadowy depth and uncover the secrets. Delving dungeons, hey, cool, archaeology. The blight, the cataclysmic scourge that spreads from the ruins, makes others wary. For you, it's a beacon. Where there's blight, there are artifacts to find and mysteries to solve. Ship City is dying, but you and your fellow explorers can find a way to a better future. For me, this actually really sounds like Symbaroum in space. I think if you know Symbaroum, you probably know where I'm coming from. So, don your Delver suit, step aboard your mighty great ship and venture down the slipstream towards the unknown. Our slipstream. That really harks back, I think, to the song paths that we saw in the previous Coriolis, or the Shirim paths, as they were called in the Djachroum, the Rimward Reach. You create, explore, or perish. So we've got inspiration from deep sea diving and archaeology, excellent. So pulp archaeology, always good, bit of Indiana Jones. And that actually, when we played Coriolis at my local club, that's how we started. We started with a group of archaeologists who get pulled into the mysteries, and then eventually we played the mystery, The Mercy of the Icons. But not a lot of it, just the first book. After that, the zest was gone and I wanted to play something else, but I'm definitely going to return to this. So that's the setting. You will have much more of a focus of a frontier setting. You'll have much more of a focus of being in your great ship, going on small expeditions to try and make a living there, maybe colonize something, but that doesn't seem to be the focus. So there are different factions out there, there are different great ships, there are different competing people for the same ruins maybe, so you might be a Delver team and another Delver team might be coming into it. I think that's what they mean when they say it could be some competitive. It doesn't mean between players necessarily, but there might be another adventurer party, Delver party, going for the same treasure as you. So, yeah, then we have a look here at the books. And, yeah, see if I can zoom in a bit. Is it going to work? A little bit. So, another step. No, it doesn't actually make the picture any bigger, does it? So, the Great Dark. Layout looks great. Yeah, it's a bit toned down from stark black. This is slightly off black, I think. The artwork is great again. Always love the artwork. If you do early pledge bonus, you get the poster of the cover. It's so small. I've got a whole collection of them. I haven't put them up yet. And then we've got here the birds. So there's definitely a relevance of the birds. And if you just, excuse me, just taking the chrome away for a moment. In its honor, I made that. So, made it, I have to admit it, with Midjourney. So don't praise my art style. That's just me having the right prompt. So, back to this. The birds. Sounds a bit Hitchcocky. The game explains what you need to do. Again, this is basically what I told you already. There are asteroid miners, desolate moons taking over, and they're trying to grow their own their livelihoods, their plants, etc. So this is very much like the setting of Djachroum and the Rimward Reach. Very much like this. There are some different major players, the navigators, machinists, and gardeners. Now that seems to be 3 factions, and the number 3 will feature a bit later. So I wonder whether that is to do with it. Now the navigators could be the algebraists. Yeah, the machinists are definitely something that is mentioned in Light Flower, Dark Leaf. And the gardeners, I think, might harken back to the other one, to Station 18, where there is this concept of Wahina's Gardens. So for me, that might very well be connected. These things might very well be connected. So the book looks nice. This ship, you can see, is not as polished. It looks more like a beetle, like a scarab flying through space, but it's got this rough underside. So it has a feel of being provisional, of being cobbled together by parts, and I like that. Setting, as I said, I'm not going to read too much here, but again, it says 3 distinct groups took charge of this colony. So that's, I think, where the Trinity comes in. Yeah, you can definitely read a bit more about it. The Jumur system was a dead end, but soon the algebraists of the Navigators Guild found hidden paths, hidden routes. Good. Great work. New edition. Now, the rules have been streamlined a bit, I believe. There's no darkness points anymore. I made a video about this previously, but it gives a little bit more into detail here. So it will be basically a new setting, and setting with a few new rules. So no darkness points, will be hope points instead. They are also leaving behind the Third Horizon. Now that can be seen as a bit sad, because I don't think it has been explored anywhere near enough. But they're saying, dear fans, if you want to explore it, why don't you come and have a look? Why don't you write something for this Horizon? And they're opening this up for the license. There's a small drawback that currently this license only covers English-speaking markets or modules or content, and I had discussions with Germany about that before, and they don't know what the license status is. Yeah, Uhrwerk Verlag, who published this in German. So it's a bit of a break block on that. But yeah, okay. The book here, as Douglas was saying in his video, is sort of off-white, ivory, yeah, which is always nice to read. It looks gorgeous. If it's anything like the other Free League books, like, for example, The One Ring, this is going to be really nice. The layout looks a little bit, certainly here, to me, like the Simba Room, which is also sort of a shaded background color. Grabbing a Simba Room book off my shelf. Which one have I got? It is Darvoka Awakens. Just to show you very briefly, probably will key it out anyway, but you might see that's the sort of the color and the same sort of layout. That immediately reminds me of that. My Free League shelf there. 2 meters of Free League. Right, where were we? By the way, if you've at any point got any questions, please pop them in the chat. This license will also be applying for the Coriolis The Great Dark. So people can make their own. If I remember correctly, you can basically tell your own stories, but you cannot change the rules. So the core rules you cannot actually change. So, dice, very pretty. You've got dice for skills. I think these are the 9 golden dice here. And you've got skills, dice for your kit, your equipment, your gear. And if you have the broken gear, I think that probably means that, yeah, if you push that roll, your gear is going to be damaged. And if you have the Trinity symbol is on the 1 for the 6, so it's probably going to be damaging your attributes or losing hope. Probably is losing hope rather than losing attributes. So, Year Zero engine, we have a character sheet here which looks quite pretty. Looks a bit Dune inspired, but also we have this central figure of 6. And this figure of 6 basically looks very similar to Alien. But if I see this correctly, and it's really hard to do on the small screen. Let's see, if I copy the image and paste it into another document. Let me try this. Maybe I could get closer. Not promising anything. But yeah, if I see this correctly, then they are not linked. So the skills are not directly linked to it. So I wonder whether that's going to be a bit of a departure so you can be more flexible in how you use your skills. So new from clipboard. No, I can't. It's not well. So let me share this screen for a moment. No, it's not worth it. Sorry. You can't get close enough to actually read anything on that one. So, but it includes quick character generation. We like that. It includes combat. Yeah, we like that. Hopefully a bit more straight-lined. Yeah, and a few things I just didn't like on the old Coriolis, like grenades, for example. They really didn't work for me. Shuttles and rovers, that's always good. Reminds me of Elite Dangerous. And the rules are supposed to get out of the way, but blend with the setting of the story. Good. You've got character archetypes, books. Yeah. Anyway, you're not here to just have me read this, but I wanted to share some thoughts. Looking at the box set then for the flower of Algarabs, or flowers of Algarabs. So this is the, flowers. That's the epic campaign, as it says, and that looks really pretty. It seemed to be a good number of handouts, plans. There's probably your home ship in there, the Nyandra. I'm trying to read. I don't have a retina display like you, Douglas. They're also partnering with Alchemy. Now, Alchemy, that's one of those things. I am a big fan of Foundry. If you know this channel, there's lots of Foundry content telling you how to set up your Free League games on Foundry and my experience with it. I have also started using Alchemy, and I sort of can see why Free League would be going for Alchemy. Because of the model, how they are set up, basically Alchemy say, look, you come to us, you give us the content, we set it all up for you, we take a cut for anything we sell, But we look after the support. We know the software. We don't have to fiddle about with different rule systems. Well, they're building the rule systems, of course. And for me, that's probably much easier to manage if you were a publisher than trying to find independent developers for Foundry. They are very good. I have to say the Free League systems for Foundry are very good. But then you have to make individual support contracts. You have to hope that they don't disappear, that people don't just say, you know what, can't do it anymore, don't want to do it anymore, circumstances have changed. You've got a company then. I think from a business perspective, I can really understand it. From a fan perspective, I really, really hope that Foundry is going to be one of the stretch goals, because I think Foundry is a great system. And I've got sunk cost in it. Yeah. But Alchemy, if things go well and we get the quick start quickly, this Friday I'm looking to actually run a game off the quick start. Yeah, previously Free League had said that would be available from day one. Now it's a bit in doubt. But if so, we'll be using Alchemy as a bit of background. And yesterday, my little stream test, I showed it off a little bit. So if you're interested, leave a comment, and I'll definitely show off what's currently in Alchemy for the current Coriolis. There's quite a bit. It's not finished yet. Darkness points are missing, but that's pretty good. So then goes back here about the previous iterations and how it follows on. This is much more press release. The team reads really, really good. So Costa and Niels, I've met them. They are really nice people, and they gave me permission to translate their stuff. Martin Grip, you know his art. That makes the Free League games, together with a few other artists, of course. But for me, that was when I first looked at Coriolis, I just thought, wow, I was literally gripped by the art. And Thomas Harenstam, he's been pretty good on adapting the rule, as he says here. And Christian Granat, he was also involved from day one in the old Coriolis. So, stellar team. Stretch goals, yeah. Lost Horizon map, yeah, unlocked. Custom dice, unlocked. Alchemy, unlocked. Soundtrack, I wonder who's going to do that, but that is Andreas Lundström, I think he's called. He has made some previous Coriolis music on his channel on Bandcamp or SoundCloud, one or the other. Check it out, it's really good. So if they give it to him, and I definitely would be for that, that's Great Ship maps, yeah, okay, Mighty Great Ship, we want to see that. Initiative cards, so we are going to use cards again. Art book, blueprints. So there will be much more. Now I seriously hope that this will be well backed, because it's well deserved. It's a great setting, and if the system gets more streamlined, I'm definitely returning to the Lost Horizon. Yeah, and then you basically get all the other adds-on and the shipping, and shipping is, yeah, luckily I'm in the United Kingdom, so it's not so much. But Brexit is a pig. Whoever thought Brexit was a good idea? Yeah, if you are watching this channel, you may, but I don't think we're going to be friends. So, the rest is just the same in text. Now, what do you think? Is this going to be a game you're going to back? Is this a game you're going to play? It certainly is for me, because I really, really like the setting, and I really like the company. Everything they've done so far, I've been impressed by, which I can't say for all of the companies and Kickstarters that are on my shelf here, adorning them. Yeah, no mentions. I'm not going to name anybody, but just to show the game that I'm a bit disappointed with. Yeah, not because the game isn't fun, it is, but the quality of the materials, of paper, is so flimsy. You look at it and it rips. Not very good. Whereas some of the other products they make are very good, so it's just more variable. So, what do you think? Are you going to play it? If I get the Quickstarter in hand soon enough, are you going to come and watch it? Yeah, if we can't get the Quickstarter done, we'll do a roundtable discussion with a few super fans on this Friday, I think. Yeah, I blocked the day off and told my wife I wouldn't be available. So I think that's what we're going to do. Right, I have not had anything from the chat here. I can see some people are here. Please, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. Well, yeah, it would be lovely to see that. So, what else can I do? Now, I'm not going to press that really tempting play button on the trailer, because if I do that, like I did last time for 20 seconds, let's see how long is it? For a minute. I'm immediately going to basically be told that any revenue, ad revenue, or others from this video is going to go to the composer of the soundtrack. And as much as I appreciate them, if I talk for, how long have I been talking other than too long? 20 minutes. And I play 10 seconds last time it was of the trailer, then I think that's just a bit out of whack. So just briefly mentioning these old source books, if you want to have a look at them. Gosh, can I make this bigger? It's a bit small. You'll see that it's, I think, 64 pages of the source book available for free if you want to. Now, one thing I'm currently doing in March is I'm trying to help collect some money for March for Kids. There's some details on Twitch under there, or I can just put it in here. Hang on a second. And that includes the streams I'm running. So if you wanted to grab this material for free, but show your appreciation somehow, go to that charity link and donate something to the charity. Either you can donate it to me, if you want to, via Ko-fi or whatever, or you can go straight there. It's probably better. And donate it to the charity. The QR code is above my head as well. So don't pay me. If you want to pay something this month in March, definitely pay them. Yeah? Of course, it means that, yeah, if you do that, then Free League are not going to get their cut either. But I think they had enough of this, actually, because it sold really well and would be lovely to get beyond the silver seller. It's a few copies away from that, but yeah, grab it by all means. If you're in the meantime, if you can't get the Quickstarter and you want to have a look or what this might feel like, the Great Dark, I think this is going to be quite close to it. So, yes, I think I probably said enough for now because I don't want to bore anybody. Oh, look at that! Can you see it ticking up? 2,332 backers now. I know that Coriolis is popular, but you've got 23 days to go, and this is pretty sweet. Yeah, this is pretty good. And looking at the updates briefly. Oh, yes, I wanted to do... Oh, look, there we go. Just on time. Look at that. So, update 7. The Great Ship map will now be added. And what's next up? There have been a lot of questions about Foundry. We have other stretch goals plans. However, we have now added Foundry VTT as option as an inexpensive add-on. So, to do this, to get this, click the Manage Your Pledge button, confirm your reward level, and choose the add-ons. So, that means they have not abandoned you, Douglas, or anybody else who's a Foundry fan. Me. Excellent. Excellent to see that. I wonder who they're going to contract to make this system. Yeah, I really wonder. But hopefully it's quite similar to the old Coriolis rules-wise, so hopefully they don't have to start from scratch. But we'll see. Good. Don't be a stranger, guys. I'm definitely going to talk more about this game when I see more of it. So if you are interested, yeah, subscribe, follow whatever your platform you're on, bell icon, all that stuff. Leave me a message. One of the best things to motivate somebody like me to keep talking at the camera by themselves is to leave a message or to have some interaction with you guys. So please do. Yeah, really look forward to it. And when this comes, I think I'm definitely going to run this Quickstarter as soon as it comes out, as soon as I can get some people. I have one date in the diary, which is this Friday, to run it. The following Saturday, I'm going to run it in German, if it is out. So for the German market, for the German fans, because I stream on both languages. So check that out as well, yeah? And as I said, if you want to leave some money for free download from Drive-Thru, give it to that charity. They're doing really good work. For now, that's all from me. I'll say goodbye with a nice picture of the Firebird over there. And I'll be seeing you in our travels of the Lost Horizon. Don't you steal my ruins or artifacts. Okay, farewell.